Hi everyone, it's Tina Nebe here with Florida Luxury Realty. Welcome to another segment of Tina Talks. And today we get to talk to attorney Debbie Baker from London Baker Law. And she's gonna have some really great information for us to hear about. So let's invite her in to our talk. Hi Debbie.
Hey Tina, really good to
How
see
are
you.
you?
I'm good. I'm really excited. You can't see my company T-shirt because I wore my company T-shirt, but you can't see it. But that's
I
okay.
know. I'm sorry. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your law firm?
Sure. Well, no, she already introduced me as Debbie Baker with London Baker Law. So I do have the legal right to say I'm an attorney. Otherwise, who knows who would sue me? Um, I've been an attorney for just under 5 years. It's a second career. It was and remains a walk of faith to have become an attorney. It's something I dreamed about for a long time and finally did and loved it. And I practice in the field of estate planning because it's an essential service. Actually, attorneys are essential service, so I didn't use that for that context, but it's an essential service. And it's a gift of peace that people can give their families, whether they're single or married or parents or grandparents. It's really a gift to take on the fact that not that we're going to die, but that people will be left behind, and you really want to set it up so they can grieve versus mess with attorneys or estates or anything else that happens when we haven't taken the time. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So give us what are the things that you want people to think about or to kind of know about that you feel like not enough people or know about real estate estate planning.
Okay. Well, the biggest thing. Well, I know that the biggest. So Um, estate planning does not have to be expensive, nor does it have to be difficult. It is exact because you want to appoint and designate properly. But a will is a document that just tells people how you want your assets, your homes, your money, your cars, your furniture, your jewelry to be distributed once you die. And it lays it out so somebody can follow the person you've appointed to do all that can follow it per your directions and not have to wonder. They don't wonder whether Joe gets the grandfather clock. You've written down that Joe gets the grandfather clock. Whether the family argues about it is beyond your control. You've done what you can.
Okay.
Your power of attorney is something which, if you become incapacitated, so let's say, Tina, you were unable to work for a while, you weren't dying, but you just couldn't work. Um, It's giving somebody the right to make decisions for you, pay your bills, access your digital accounts, post new Tina, repost some of TinaTalks, uh, sell real estate. It gives somebody a right. Um, Biggest thing I think for me is paying the bills because people oftentimes who are single don't have anybody else on an account, and then they're luck. So that's a power of attorney. Healthcare surrogates are the person you've appointed to make healthcare decisions for you. That's often a tough conversation because you know your spouse or the people you're closest to wouldn't do what you wanted, and you want to point somebody who will. And then living wills are about how you want to die. But in this time of year, in this world of graduation and kids getting out of high school, particularly, but college, the law says that we become adults at 1 second after midnight on our 18th birthday. And no matter our age, if we look around, we can think of lots of times we act like 4-year-olds. Um, and the challenge is on that 18th birthday, parents no longer have any rights to do anything for their children legally. They can still pay their bills if they choose, but they can't make medical appointments. They can't get their financial records. They can't look at their school grades. They really don't have any rights. And at this time of year, I really exhort families with graduating seniors, high school particularly, because 18 is real close or has passed, or college, to do those documents for their children so that again, it's a gift of peace, and parents don't have to think about taking care of their children in the way they would have on at 17 years, 364 days, 23 hours and 59 minutes.
So, not a lot of people think about that, I assume. Not a lot of parents think about, oh, my kid just turned 18 and I can't do anything, right? So it's something that it's a miss to a lot of people.
Oh, it's astounding. I had one woman whose daughter was 20. I love this. This woman's a CPA, successful CPA. This is several years ago. I said, "Does your daughter have these documents?" And she said, "No." I said, "Well, I hate to tell you this, but you can't do anything for her." And honest, Tina, she said, "But I'm her mommy." I said, "I get it. I really do. But the fact that you're her mommy gives you no rights unless she's legally given them to you." And all she could say to me was, "But I'm her mommy." And I know people who's they made doctor's appointments for their children, and the moment that child turned 18, they called the pediatrician and said, "I want to make an appointment like for Tina." And they said, "No, we're really sorry. Tina turned 18 yesterday. She has to call for her own appointment." Meanwhile, you've never called for a doctor's appointment, right? Why
Right,
should you?
right,
Right?
yeah.
So it's just, to me, the families who've done it are the ones who have done it for themselves and know they have to take care of their 18-year-olds. And the other cases are the ones where their children are going to go to school out of town and they can't drive an hour to see a child. Children are like 5 hours away by plane. And, heaven forbid they were in a car accident or in the hospital, they need to be able to speak to the doctors. And it takes a deep breath because we never think of our children being sick or in accidents. And they do it for their own peace of mind. There's no doubt the mothers sleep more easily knowing that they've done it so they don't have to go through that hoop if something happens. So,
You know, I didn't even realize that you have to have all those paper in place for it. Like you said, when you turn 18, a lot of kids go to college, and for them to find out, hey, my kids is sick and I can't do it because I don't have the appropriate paperwork saying that I'm going to take care of my kids, or calling to a hospital. What happened if the kids is unconscious? What do they do?
well, they'll call the parent and they'll probably make that. There are probably legal ways they can get around it. The thing is that with the document, they don't have to think about it. So the 18-year-old's in the hospital and the parent's been designated. So without question, they call the parent.
Okay.
Yeah, without question, they call the parent because the parent. But then it's the kind of thing. So you have two parents, um, and the child would have chosen their mother to make the decisions, whatever, or he get the information,
Right.
versus their father, or vice versa, because one of them gets hysterical and one of them doesn't.
Right. It's
So
important. Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
So yeah.
funny you said that because I just have a nephew who's going to go away to college who just turned 18. And I don't think his parent know that they have to get all the paperwork done for him just so that if something happened, they have the right to take care of their kids. So after I talk to you, I'm going to call him and say, hey, did you do this or did you know this?
Yeah,
Because,
and the colleges may very well have the kids sign things, but I have a friend who's a college professor at Eckerd, and he's had parents call and say, "I want you to tell me about their grades," and he says, "They're over 18, right?" And the parent says, "Yes." He says, I can't talk to you without your child's permission." "Well, what do you mean? I'm paying whatever this is for tuition every year, and he's my child, and I want to know." And my friend goes, "I get it." And legally, I can do nothing unless he's given you
the right.
permission. So talk to your child and have him call me back, and we'll sign a piece of paper that says you can learn these things. But without that, I'm not violating his privacy. So the colleges might very well, I don't know. And the parents are still better to have something
In
that
writing.
isn't, well, in writing, but isn't just applicable for college. So let's just say a child is going to the University of Texas. if they have a document, that doesn't give the parents any right in Florida. So it's better to have Florida, whatever the state is. It's better to have state documents so the parents are protected. It's again, I've been an attorney for 5 years. Trust me, I wouldn't have thought of this, 5 years ago. I'm sure my mother never did any of this for us when we want to get ready to when we want to get to college. I know my daughter didn't when her kids went to college. Two of them served in the military, so the military does it for them.
Right.
But the third, who's never been in the military, she has nothing, and she's 27. Oh my God. Anyway,
Okay.
she's 27. Yeah. So
All
they
right.
all need
Yeah.
it.
So it's just nice to be able to have paper and to have everything work out. So if anything's to happen, you and your family are
Anything,
protected.
anything can happen, right? And I really get, people buy life insurance, I think, because of the word life. Because for most of people who have it, it's death insurance, right? But it's called life insurance, and they think of estate planning as something about their death, and it's really not. It really is not. It's kind of like, uh, let's avoid whatever grief, sadness, heartbreak, that we can avoid by doing something now and letting our families grieve when we die and know what to do when we die. You're still pretty young. You may have experienced, but family members who say, I don't want any more chemotherapy, or I don't want any more nutrition, and the family is saying, no, 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 we have to keep them alive, but they've got nothing in writing. So I've learned that it's kind of a moral imperative. If you tell me, if you get hurt or whatever, that you want to be made comfortable and let go, or you just want to be comfortable until you recover, the moral imperative is for me to follow that, whether or not I agree with you.
Right. Okay.
Without it, I only have, I can't even argue myself into it because I'm so opposed. Whatever you said,
Right.
whatever you said, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So,
it's
it is definitely important to be planning for your life. And
yes,
estate planning is something that, we don't think about. We don't like to think about it, but it's important. And it doesn't have to be such a bad thing. It's just that you're planning, you make sure that everyone who you love, who you care about, know exactly what's going on and going to be able legally to take care of you
right,
if something were to happen.
right,
And I
right.
will definitely put your information at the end of the
Okay.
video so
Thank
that
you.
if anyone
Thank you.
has any question about estate planning, they're going to reach out to you. And I saw online somewhere you're offering something for everybody right now, right?
Right. In this world of crisis, your healthcare surrogates and your living wills are even more important, if that's possible, than they would be in the normal thing. The last thing you want to do is have somebody in your family be in a hospital with this virus where you have no access to them without the documents in place. Because with documents in place, at least the doctors can talk to you. Without the documents in place, it becomes more problematic. So I'm offering to do them at no charge during this time. It's about somebody said, what are they worth? I don't know what they're worth. So I put a $250 value on them, which is reasonable. Um, but I really recommend it. I recommend it completely for, just for anybody out there.
Okay.
During this time, I'm happy to do them at no charge.
Okay, we appreciate that, and I know that a lot of people, will definitely appreciate that. So I will put it all the information at the end of the video, so that
Okay.
whoever needs your help will reach out to you.
I'll
Thank
look
you,
forward to
Debbie,
it.
for coming on and talk to us. I think it's important for us to know this information, and I do appreciate your time and um, giving us a free, an option to do that for free is very awesome. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for inviting me. It's been
Thank you,
great.
and hopefully we'll talk to you soon at
Hopefully
another
we'll talk
segment
soon.
for sure. All
Yeah.
right? Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
So long.